Hello, everyone. We are live. Thank you to everyone that's come to watch Nico and I do this very exciting, fun live stream. So I am Amy from the channel Blondie in China, and this is the lovely fellow Blondie in China, Nico. Would you like to introduce yourself and your channel? From the channel Blondie in China. I put my
this is the lovely time I watch a live stream. You do that
every single time. I keep forgetting about it.
God, Amy, you're so blonde.
Oh my gosh, those 5 brain cells keep tripping out on me. I'm so sorry. Please introduce yourself, Nico.
Hi, I'm Nico. My channel is actually Nico Films, but apparently people can't find me when they search that. So Nico China, and you will find me, but also link below. And
the link
I make videos with my lovely husband about living in China.
Your husband? I thought he was your boyfriend.
Oh, no, we got married.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. This is total news to me. When and where did you guys get married? In China?
We got married. We got married in Beijing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We took our wedding photos on the Great Wall. If you check my Instagram, like a few months back, then you'll.
Oh my god! Congratulations. Did you make a video about it?
No, we haven't actually, but we are thinking about it because I spoke to Kaya about it recently, and obviously, we can't like film the day, which is good. But we're thinking about going back and like showing you our pictures and like talking.
That would be incredible. I didn't realize that you were married, or let alone got married in China. That is such a cool story. I want to hear more about it. So really looking forward to your video about that.
Video. Yeah.
Oh, wait. So like basically the backstory for us is that we have been chatting for what feels like forever. I feel like you're one of my best friends, but this is actually only the second time that we have been face to face having a talk. So pretty big information, like the fact that you're actually married. I didn't know that. So I thought a good way to start off this live stream would be to actually do a quick round of rapid fire get to know you questions that we can both answer. Everyone can get to know both of us a little bit better because there's a lot that I still need to get to know about you, Nico. So here we go into question number 1. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from a small town in the northeast of England called Morpeth, which basically no one will know of. So I'm from Newcastle, which more people will know of in the UK.
Cool beans. I am from Sydney, Australia, where I am actually right now in my parents' house.
I'm not, obviously.
You're not.
Newcastle, in my parents' house. I am
currently in Beijing. That actually brings us into this question. Where are you based right now?
I am based in Beijing. Yeah, right now.
Cool. You're a Hutong girl. You're living in a Hutong house. You're living like
I'm living the Beijing dream. I am an expat living in Beijing in a Hutong house. Yeah.
Well, I am currently in Sydney, Australia, but soon I will also be based out of a Beijing Hutong house. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Your parents have a lovely house though, so I'm sure you could be in much worse places than you are.
Oh yes, I'm very lucky to be able to come back here and live rent free. Thank you, parents, very much. But I do my best to do the household chores. I do some nice cooking. All of it is Chinese cooking, so I don't know.
Your cooking looks so good.
I'm really getting into it.
I'm super jealous, and I live in China, and I'm like, God. Those Chinese dishes look amazing.
Yeah, we were talking the other day, and I was showing you the jjajangmian I had just made that night, and you were like, "Oh my god, I'm so jealous." I'm like, "Girl, you're in Beijing, the home of jjajangmian. Like, go outside and get you some."
I know. Actually, I haven't had it in ages. I really do need to go and get it. But it's a bit hard because obviously some of the like little Hutong places aren't open, or you can't get to them because you can't you need a special card. So soon I reckon it'll be.
I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here we go. Why did you first come to China?
Because I got a job here.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we decided that we'd been traveling and we decided we wanted to go somewhere completely the opposite to South America, which we thought would be China. And we got a job here, and so we moved for that. But if you want to know more, then check out my video called Why I Moved to China. It's a very good video, actually.
Cool beans.
Yeah, so then it'll tell you a bit more. What about you? You came because you won a reality TV show competition, right? Or you were on it?
Actually, originally I first came to China to study. I was an exchange student. So I came and studied at Shanghai at Fudan University. And then, yeah, I came back. I was on a Chinese TV show. I won a scholarship from that. So I went back to China in 2017 and studied again. So yeah, good fun. China, yeah, always had a really fun time.
So cool.
Yeah.
How long did you study? Do your exchange for? A year?
I did my exchange for a year, and then I came back and studied for another year in 2017. And altogether, I've been officially learning Chinese for 8 years, which makes me feel really embarrassed because I feel like for 8 years of Chinese, I should be native level by now. But yeah, oh well. I actually have a video coming out tomorrow, funnily enough, about how I'm learning Chinese at the moment and how I've been improving here in lockdown, which is not so much lockdown anymore. Things are getting a lot better.
That's amazing. Like what, well, I can't really speak Chinese. So for me, you sound great. I mean, I'd love to be able to communicate as well.
Thank you. Oh no, that's really nice. I'm sure you'll overtake me very, very soon. You'll get there. What do you like to do for fun, Nico? What's your hobbies?
Making videos. It's like pretty much all we do. Nice. Yeah, pretty much all we do is make videos. Apart from that, go to the pub, dance around our living room.
Love it. Yeah, like for you guys, you're full-time, like you have a full-time job plus you're running a full-time YouTube account, which is so much work. Like I am just doing YouTube at the moment. I'm not traveling anywhere. And already I'm finding that too much work. I just want to spend my whole day reading or doing yoga, which are incidentally some of the things I like to do for fun.
Well, I would love to do those things for fun, but yeah, I don't have time to do anything like that.
Yeah, I think I have the problem right now where I have too much time on my hands, which is a nice problem to have. And I find myself doing anything but doing the things that I should be doing, which is probably making some more content. But
yeah, that's pretty much like we just don't really have very much time. And but I love it. And like we love to travel. So we combine the two and it's amazing. I used to play netball, but then that ended up in my very bad accident that I had in September. So I don't think I'll be doing that ever again.
So
I physically still can't walk.
Are you serious? You can't walk right now?
Yeah, I can walk. I can walk. I can't fully bend my leg right now. So I can't, it's like, I don't know how to show you, but like, say your knee goes like that on one of the legs, I can bend it to there.
Oh no, you poor thing. That must be so frustrating for you.
Oh, it's so frustrating and it's so painful and I have to do physio every day and it's very boring.
That sucks. I hope that it gets better super, super soon.
Yeah, so unfortunately my hobby won't be happening ever again. Don't think I'll be playing netball ever again, and which is a shame.
Have any of your Chinese workmates or your Chinese friends been giving you some suggestions how you can heal faster? Like, have there been any Chinese remedies that you've gotten for healing, super fast healing?
What, you mean drink hot water?
And that's what I was gonna ask. Has anyone asked you to just drink more hot water? Solves everything.
No, well, I mean, all the time. Obviously, I get suggested that, but no, that I think this is beyond the hot water, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh dear. What did you want to be when you were a kid?
I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so fun. I wanted to be a teacher.
Teacher. Aww.
Are you an introvert? Oh, please continue.
I was going to say, did you have like a really standout teacher, which is why you wanted to be one?
Well, no, not really. I just always remembered wanting to teach my little teddy bears. Even before I went to school, I wanted to be a teacher. But it was actually a teacher that inspired me to get into China. Actually, the reason I developed an interest in China in the first place is that I had a modern history professor in my final year of school, and we had one unit about Chinese modern history. And my teacher was just so passionate about that time of history and that area of history that it just really made me feel like I wanted to go out and learn more about it. And then it was time to choosing majors for university, and I was like, hey, let's learn Chinese, let's make Chinese one of my majors. And here I am. I honestly don't know if it wasn't for her and that interest in the beginning and choosing that as a university major whether I would be here today. So teachers have such an influence on us and our lives, and I think, yeah, being a teacher is such a noble profession. So on that note, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I just saw a comment was said, oh, teacher, I thought you said ninja.
Oh, yes, I did want to be a ninja.
Wanted to be a ninja, always.
For sure. Nothing else my whole life.
That would be a pretty cool job.
It would be a pretty cool job. I did just martial arts back in the day, but never ninja. Never ninja stuff.
Oh my god, you do martial arts. Yeah, I found that was so interesting.
Do martial arts. I did martial arts. Currently, there is no martial arting happening. There is definitely no fighting, no nothing.
What made you get into that?
I saw Ip Man, the movie, and I kind of like really. Have you seen Ip Man?
No.
Oh, Nico, go like as soon as possible to Netflix and watch Ip Man. I watched that movie. It's about Wing Chun, and Donnie Yen, who is my favorite Chinese actor. He plays Ip Man, and it's just such a cool martial art. And I was like, I want to learn that. I want to be like Ip Man. So I went and started Wing Chun lessons in Sydney. I took them for a year and a half before I went back to China. Went to China and tried to find a Wing Chun like studio or Wing Chun academy, but because it's a southern martial arts style, in Beijing, I could only really find like Shaolin or northern style academies. So I ended up joining a martial arts academy for actors and learned how to do like fighting for movies. And I had this sudden passion of being a kung fu movie star and training for like stunt doubling. And then I started traveling and I stopped that. And yeah.
Wow. Amy, you are a girl of many talents.
No.
Like modern day superhero.
No, I was not talented in it. Let's just make that very, very clear. I was just playing around, but it was very good for my health. There was some pretty crazy training sessions in Beijing where we would do 4-hour training sessions, a whole hour dedicated to abs, and just like running around and like doing flying kicks and stuff. I think I have a couple of photos on my Instagram of me doing some things. So if anyone is interested, you can go to my Instagram, subtle Instagram drop there, Blondie in China. And Nico, what's your Instagram handle, just for the fun?
We are Nico.
Oh, we are Nico. Okay, so everyone go follow us.
We should have put that in the link.
We should have. That would be a good idea. I've actually just finished my 100 days of China memories.
Yeah, I saw that. It's amazing. You sound like that is some dedication. Like, I can't post on Instagram every day.
Well, I didn't think I could. And then I was kind of like, well, I'm out of China and I'm probably not going to be in China for a while. This was 100 days ago when I had just I'd left South Korea and I came to Germany. And I was like, I need some kind of content going up on my Instagram. So I decided, let's do 50 days of China memories from my archives. And then that turned into 100 days. And meanwhile, in those 100 days, the world has literally changed. Like so much has happened in 100 days. 100 days ago, travel was still a thing. People were traveling internationally. At that time, the global epicenter was still China. Like now, you know, all this stuff is happening, and
maybe you should keep doing it until you can get back to China and see how many days.
I would, but problem is, I'm running out of photos or running out of good quality photos. It'll start going to iPhone photos pretty soon if I keep doing it. But I was thinking of doing 50 days of Chinese food. That could be kind of fun.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, that's a good content. I love a bit of food. So
yeah. So I thought that we could do before we get into the mean comments. So everyone that's watching, we're about to read through some of our funny, mean, crazy comments that we receive on our channels. But before we get into it, I thought we could do some Beijing rapid fire questions because you live in Beijing. I'll probably be living in Beijing next year, hopefully. I've spent a couple of years in Beijing in the past, so we have a lot of things in common when it comes to Beijing. So here we go. Favorite thing to eat in Beijing? Go.
Oh my God, I can't. Like a Beijing staple or like just in general?
In general. It can be anything.
Oh God, that's so. Okay, can I do jambing for breakfast?
Oh, good choice.
Jajamian for lunch.
Good choice.
And well, Beijing wise, I would go for Peking duck, but I don't have it very often.
Great idea. Oh,
I don't have it very often.
It's good though. If I had it every day, I would definitely get fat.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd usually have something else. Like I usually have like chili beef noodles or something like that as my more regular. But yeah, that would be like my three favorite Beijing.
Oh,
Beijing.
Good answers. I would go breakfast. I would have. I can't even choose. Like. I can't choose jambing too because that would be a cop out.
No, of course you can.
For lunch, I would go to my favorite biang mian noodle place and get some chili oil noodles, the best in Beijing, the best anywhere that I've come across, even better than the ones I've had in Xi'an. And then for dinner, instead of Peking duck, I would go for chunbing, which is like lots and lots of pancakes in it. Have you had chunbing before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I love it so much.
I'll just take all the food things.
Well, there we go. We have some fun foods. Where's your favorite place? Where's your hangout spot in Beijing?
We usually kind of tend to be around the hutongs, like Gulo area. There's a few. We're normally in like a cafe called Alba. That's where we do a lot of work and have lots of food and drinks. There's a good bar called El Nido. So that's in the hutongs. It's got a nice courtyard area. And if we're feeling fancy and we fancy a nice date night, we'll normally go to like an Italian called Nina's, which is also on the same road as that. Lovely. They would be my like favorite places to go. What about you?
I would definitely also say hutong areas. I love just wandering around those areas and eating and everything. I also am a fan of the Sanlichun area in Chaoyang district. Just a place that I'm super familiar with because I used to live near that area. So going there is just very comfortable, very like normal. I can't afford anything there. It's all super expensive. But I just like walking through and that area I'm pretty familiar with. So that would be
good food places.
I usually just end up getting a coffee and sitting at Starbucks and sitting there for reading for half a day. Okay, I've got two questions. What do you love most about Beijing? And the next question is, what do you dislike most about Beijing? So here's your first one.
I love that. Well, I love where I live in Beijing because I live in the hutongs, and I love how kind of everybody's super nice, and it's like this really just like nice atmosphere because the houses are really low. It's not like high rises or anything. It just feels like really like community based. And I love that there's loads of like the old culture and the new culture here in Beijing. And just like, just generally kind of people watching in Beijing. It's just really diverse and that's that.
I like the sense of history and the culture, like you can be on the subway and go past like a really old something or you're driving in a taxi and it's like, oh yeah, that's another old thing. There's just so much, there's so much history.
I agree. Like, so I live like really central. So I live one way to Gulo, one way to Sanlitun. And if normally I cycle every evening and I cycle past the Forbidden City, it's like, how cool is that? Yeah. Just like cycle past the Forbidden City every night. Like, what? I mean, it's
crazy.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So follow-up question, what do you hate most about Beijing?
The traffic.
Oh yeah, that's a really good answer.
The traffic and like, because I have a scooter and yeah, just people in bike lanes and it's stressful.
Yeah,
I'm busy.
Yeah. My thing I don't like about Beijing is just so big and like spread out, and all the fun things are very spread out. I love how in Shanghai everything is together, and you can walk from one interesting thing through like 10 interesting things to get to the next interesting thing. But in Beijing it's like you've got this area and then you've got that area, and between those areas you have to drive like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Beijing is
you can just compress it a bit.
Yeah, like cool areas, but just so spread out.
It feels like it's not that spread out when you look on a map and you're like, it's only like a block or two away. And then you realize that actually these blocks are massive. And
yeah,
it's really,
I just love this comment so much. An old building there. That's old. So for anyone who wants to join my tour group, if I ever do a tour group, there'll be a lot of, hey, look at that old thing. And that old thing.
There's an old thing and there's a food. That food there's good.
Yeah. I feel like we should answer some questions from people in the chat here, because I am aware of the fact that we haven't really answered any questions or been paying any attention to this chat here. So if you've got any questions,
guys.
Send them in. We're gonna have a chat with you guys before we get into the main comments.
Yeah, but like it's so hard to kind of keep track when it's like going down the side. Yeah. So, if you really want your question answered, feel free to send us a super chat.
Also, a nice suggestion. Thanks for that, Nico. Best suggestion for learning Chinese for a beginner. I actually have a video coming out tomorrow about how I'm studying Chinese at the moment. But for a beginner, I would suggest you do it with like some kind of structure, a teacher that can teach you the basics, and so you're not making bad habits early on. So I really feel like that's a good suggestion. But if you want more tips on how to learn Chinese, you should check out my friend's channel, Elementary Chinese, on YouTube and on Instagram. He has so many tips for Chinese learners. So he's better to ask than me about beginner stuff. Question. Okay, here's a question for you, Nico.
Oh, sorry. I was like... Question pretty good. Where else would you want to go around China? Oh my gosh, so many places. We still haven't really been out west, so we really want to go to like Xinjiang and Gansu and Qinghai area. Yeah. We haven't been to Sichuan, so we really want to go to. I know. We have so much like Chengdu anywhere. I haven't even been to Hong Kong.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Jack went without me one time. But so yeah, he's been to quite a few more places with his work. But yeah, I haven't been. When we lived in Nanjing, obviously we went around the area. We went to a few places in the south. But now we live in Beijing. It's actually quite far away from everywhere. Like, I don't think you realize, like, you can't really just pop somewhere for the weekend. It's not that easy. Like it's still like 5 hours to get to Xi'an or 5 hours to get to Shanghai, or you have to take a flight. And so I would like a few weeks off that I could then travel a little bit more. So yeah, there's so many places.
So many places.
So everywhere. I want to go everywhere.
A travel vlog together one day when I'm back in Beijing. Let's do something crazy. Let's go somewhere.
That'll be fun, because we actually really want to go. Right now. You've gotten a lot to places like up north and stuff, and like I'd love to go up to like Dongbei, and like even in the summer. You said you went in the summer and in the winter, and it looks
both nice, but winter definitely better. Got another question from David. He's coming up with the great questions. I find this really hilarious. Okay, Nico and I, with facial expressions only, what is your opinion of Doja? 1, 2, 3, go. I hope someone got the screenshot of that facial expression just there. I am not a fan of Doja. Really not.
You watch my breakfast video and you'll see my impression of trying it as well.
Oh, Tiffany, you're my new favorite person. No, I've never done modeling in China. Thank you for believing in me. And I don't think I would ever do modeling in China. I don't think I'm model material.
But you look so great in your when you did the competition and then you came out.
Oh, thanks. That's a lot of makeup, but makeup.
Wow.
And at that time I was like doing a lot of exercise, no, modeling is not the path for me. I don't, if you've seen my 100K video, I talked about how I started off as a fitness blogger and I realized, no, this isn't for me because I like eating way too much. So,
yeah, no, I saw your moves. They were very good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, this is a great idea. I've always wanted to do this. You throw a dart on the China map and you go wherever it lands. We should do that.
Ooh, that's how we should pick.
That's how we should pick.
That's where we should make a video. Like, that would be an awesome video.
Oh, this is a really nice comment for you.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth. That's so sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're not intentionally positive. It's just that's the experience that I have here. Believe it or not, I have a great time in China. I know that some people find it very hard to believe, but yeah, I just try and show what it's always what it's like.
I kind of had a thought tonight because I really should watch the news more, but these days it just makes me feel a little bit sad whenever I watch the news. So I watched it tonight, and for the last few days I've been watching the news because I realized I really need to like educate myself more about like the things that are going on right now in the world. And whenever they show pictures of China or images of China, it's always like really strict and rigid images, like, you know, people sitting down at a political conference or soldiers marching, or, you know, like they're not showing what's behind all that stuff, what life actually is like in China, the beautiful people that serve you your food, and the people that you meet, and the people that the food on the oh, sorry, I'm just a bit food on the brain right now, but it's like so much more and so much more lively and more beautiful than the things that the news delivers to you on TV. And yeah, I hope that our channels can help people see behind some of that rigidity that we're getting shown on the news. I
totally agree, because like I mentioned this in one of my films, and like because my friends were like, well, isn't it really polluted, and don't you like, isn't it really grey all the time? And I'm like, no, not at all. And I think that's just what kind of people think, that it's really, oh sorry, oh, mosquito,
oh no,
sorry. There's a mosquito, and I got bit on my face like twice the other night in bed. I was like, oh, mosquito season. Oh, thanks, David.
Thank you, David, and also thank you to Aussie Girl. We've got where is coming up? Come on, computer. Oh, are you so slow?
I can see it.
Can you see it? Oh,
I can't
sorry.
now. I can.
Sorry, something is really going weird with my computer. Okay, thank you so much, Aussie Girl. Is there something you haven't done in China that you would like to do, see, eat? That's a really good question. I really want to go to, actually, so many places now I think about it. I would love to explore Xinjiang more. I would love to go to I would love to see Yangshuo and Guilin, because it's a tourist site that so many people have seen, and I still haven't been there. I also haven't been to Zhangjiajie, the Avatar Mountains.
Oh, neither have I. So I like won a competition to go last year to Zhangjiajie, and it was when I hurt my leg, and so we had to cancel it, and so I don't think that trip's gonna happen, and I'm really good because I really wanted to go.
Oh, that's such a shame. But you know what? Maybe we go together next year.
Yeah, maybe. We went to Yangshuo and Guilin, and it is really beautiful.
I was supposed to be studying Chinese there right now, like literally right now.
It's such a nice place. I really like that area. I definitely Xinjiang as well for me, because oh my god, Xinjiang food is amazing.
Oh my gosh. I just got a new cookbook, a Chinese food cookbook, sorry. And it has a whole section on Xinjiang food, teaching you how to make the delicious marinade and like herby stuff on top of the meat, and the shoudua fan. Like, another thing we have to do for some Xinjiang food when I'm back in Beijing.
I think that's probably my favorite cuisine. Chinese cuisine is Xinjiang.
Oh wow,
I love Xinjiang food. Like, I could just, oh yeah, that's
so good. But yeah, still so many things I want to do, see, and eat in China, and I don't think I'll ever be finished. I don't see myself stopping traveling anytime soon. Oh, here's a question. I don't actually know whether you have seen panda bears. I have, but if you haven't been to Sichuan, unless you've seen them in a zoo, I don't know. Have you seen?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them in a zoo, but like, I don't feel like that really counts. It's not in China.
Yeah.
In the panda thing. So no, I haven't. I'm definitely going to Chengdu like this year or next year or some point before I leave China.
Amazing. I'm excited to see your videos about it. And talking about videos, let's discuss your amazing video editing skills / your who does the editing in your relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm such a great video editor. No, I cannot take credit for that because it's definitely not me. It is my wonderful husband who has got very, very good editing skills. And I can say that because it's not me that edits them. It's him.
No, I can agree with that.
It's great. Like, watch our videos. They're amazing.
Your videos are amazing. And by the way, guys, I've already said this at the beginning, but immediately go and follow Nico right now on her YouTube channel. And if you're on Nico's channel watching this and you're not subscribed to me,
I doubt it.
I'll
very much doubt it.
I would love that too.
I pretty much think that everybody that is subscribed to my channel is definitely subscribed to you, Amy, because you're on 100K. Congratulations.
I can't believe it. It's crazy. It feels so good, actually. I feel like the pressure is off. I feel like now I'm just happy to have reached that.
You can do what you want now.
Like, it was, I remember when I first started YouTube, I wrote my goals. Like I started it about 1.5 years ago. And I remember writing my goals for that year, and I wanted to achieve 10,000 followers by the end of that year and reach 100K within 10 years.
10 years. I mean, that's realistic. Like, we've been doing it for longer. We're only on 20K.
So as far as I'm concerned, I've just gained 10 more years of my life. So, you know, bring it on. Super happy, excited for everyone. I'm excited for.
It's really amazing.
Thankful for everyone. Also excited for everyone for whatever adventures you have coming up in the future. Anyway, enough of that. Wait, let me. Oh, okay. Sorry. Two big beautiful girls. Let me get these comments off the screen. 1 second. Oh my god. My computer's having a crazy moment here.
Amy, you're not doing well for the blonde side here.
It's my computer. My actual computer has been in repairs for like a month now. So I'm using my old school laptop. So everything is very slow, and trying to edit on it is I can't even describe. I finished finally today editing the video that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow. And it took me literally 5 days to edit. And if I had my normal computer, it would take me like half a day.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
I'm lucky to have a backup laptop at all. So I'm going to stop whining about that. And I'm going to get onto our mean questions. Are you ready, Nico?
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
So I want to like start this off by saying, oops, I'm going to remove that for the stream for a second. Sorry, a bit preemptive there. So I just wanted to start this by saying at least for myself, the vast majority of comments on my channel are positive. And I'm so thankful for that. There are some super lovely, all of them, pretty much, I'd say 99.9% of people are so positive. But I think I just thought it would be a fun idea to come on here and just talk about some of those crazy, weird comments that we get and take some power over them, because some of them can be quite biting and quite personal and mean. So I'm really excited to do this with you, Nick. Do you have anything to say before we start this off?
I totally agree. And the comments that I've picked are more ones that I find funny. Obviously, like, everybody constantly kind of says political stuff to me. And to be honest, I just don't care enough to give them the time of day right now.
Yeah.
So these are more stuff that I find funny and people have left them. But also, yeah, we'll get into it a bit more and kind of discuss it. But I just want to say I love reading your positive comments, obviously, because they're, you know, they're encouraging and they make us want to create more content. So, you know, when you do see mean comments, it kind of, you know, it pulls a nerve. So I think it's good to have a laugh about it. But in reality, don't leave mean comments.
Yeah, but I think it's, you know, it's something that I have to be, I don't know the word for it, but I guess as you grow, you're not going to please everyone. You're never going to be everyone's favorite person. I guess it's just a mark of the fact that we're growing. We've got, at least, you know, to have haters, you have to have like followers at all. So, you know, in a way, I am thankful for that. And just before we get into the main comments, I want to give a big thank you to Xiao Chen for his super chat. I'm actually going down to Melbourne next month, so maybe we can meet up there. I'm really hoping to do some cool meetups here in Australia because restrictions are lifting, and I want to meet as many people as I can. So if you're in Australia and you'd like to meet up, keep your eyes on this space because I'll be announcing some meetup times super soon. I have not ever watched an actual football game at the Worker Stadium. I have only partied there. Nico, can you agree?
Same, yeah, same. I'm the same.
So for people who don't know, the Worker Stadium is basically the area where people go to those nightclubs. But I also haven't been to an actual nightclub for years. I don't have the stamina for that anymore. But yeah, that's a different story. So shall we get into the Okay.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, so starting with this one. Wait, what is her name? This is, okay, so just for everyone's information, these slides that have the blue on them, they're for Nico, and the other slides that have purple on them, they're the comments that are directed to me. So do you want to run us through this, Nico, this comment?
Yeah, so I got this one. Wait, what is her name? Question mark. I mean, like, why would you leave that comment?
That's crazy, because your channel name is
on my channel. It's literally written there. I have a huge logo at the top. You're watching a video about me. Like, what would go through your head to be like, oh my God, I better just type, wait, what is her name? Could you just like look anywhere on the page and you'll find out.
It's so funny. Like, I get it a lot and I can understand it because my channel name is Blondie in China. It would be hard for people to know that my name is actually not Blondie, it's Amy. So I don't give people grief for it, but the fact that your channel name is literally your name, I find that hilarious.
That's just so silly.
So these are some comments that came to me, and as you can probably guess, because I eat a lot in my videos and I'm always eating, I get a lot of comments from people that are concerned about the weight gain I'm gonna get. So I just found these ones pretty funny. Like, I need to watch my weight because I'm eating too many dumplings. And this one below I found quite hilarious. I hope you don't look like Fat Amy from the movie Pitch Perfect a year from now. Well, that was that comment was 6 months ago, and I
don't think you look like Fat Amy yet, but I mean, Amy just like. Actually, like, so this fat thing, right? I have something to say about that. So I did a video about like what shocked me when I came to China.
Yeah.
And I got people from my Instagram to like message in comments that what shocked them. And I read out the comments, and it was basically everybody else made the video for me. I just read out the comments and kind of discussed it. And somebody said to me, oh, well, one of the things is like when you get called fat in China. And I don't know if you've ever come across this, but it's a thing here. Like, people call each other fat and it's not meant to be offensive. Yeah, obviously, exactly. Like as a Westerner, like, you kind of do take it offensive, but I was like, guys, it's okay. It wasn't for me anyway. Like, don't worry. But everybody explained it to me like, yes, it's because, you know, people notice. It's actually because they care about you, things like that. But then one guy, may not have been a guy, could have been a girl, I don't know, I can't remember the name, but somebody messaged me, and it was the same picture that was on the front cover for this one. I had like a baggy shirt on, and he said, Nico, you look like you've eaten a small family in that shirt.
Oh my gosh.
And I couldn't find the comment. I searched for it to try and put it on this, and I thought, I mean, that isn't like in the same way that people call you fat in a cultural way. I mean, that was definitely insulting. And you know what, right? I mean, I understand it in the Chinese way, how they sold it to me. Like, it's okay, it's not offensive, but that was offensive. And also, two things about that, which I kind of got me quite upset, was one, like, I like that shirt. Okay, I like to wear baggy things. Yeah, they're not the most flattering on camera, but they're comfortable. And two, like, I was actually like really concerned about my weight at this point in my life, because it was just after my accident, and I like couldn't get out of bed for 2 months. Like, I couldn't walk. So obviously, like, I was like, oh, I felt fat. And then for someone to say that, you know,
That's awful.
I've got quite a thick skin, but can you imagine, like, what if I had an eating disorder and someone saying that to me? Like, it's not good for people's mental health to kind of comment on things like that. To be so...
Yeah, weight is such a touchy subject for so many people for so many different reasons. Like, I remember the first comment I ever got, and it was back when I just started cheerleading, and there was a photo that they posted online, and one guy was like, oh, check out that fat, ugly chick on the left-hand side, which was me he was referring to. It was a very unflattering photo, but I remember I was so upset. I cried for hours with my parents. My dad wanted to like go out and hunt this guy and tell him, give him a piece of his mind. And like, yeah, it's, you know, it's nothing you can do and stop people from sending messages, but I guess it's good for people to know that, you know, it's not very nice.
I mean, like, the way he said it was kind of funny. Like, I had to laugh a bit, but it was kind of like, if he knew, like, I couldn't get out of bed, like, no wonder I put on weight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, guys, come on. It's not fair. So this one of mine.
I showed this to my family and they laughed at this one. How?
I mean, I laughed at this one. I mean, this one makes me laugh a lot. I mean, this one just kind of goes on to what I just said, but this is funny. You are not the best looking, but you are really good at producing content. Oh, burn. I mean, thanks. Thanks for that.
At least he gave you the compliment. It was kind of like a backhanded compliment. He was kind of negging you there. You know, you're not the best looking, but your content's pretty good. Oop, we've lost Nico a little. Are you back? Oh, sorry, your Wi-Fi out a little bit, but all good now.
So, I think I got too excited. I was like,
yeah, your excitement levels messed with the Wi-Fi signal. So this is one that I got. I think this is so funny. If only you're more attractive and have a less fake vlog personality. This is the best part. Could do with a tighter body and less chubby face. Brutal. Couldn't have just left it at that first line, like as if that wasn't bad enough. It's like, okay, I'm gonna just dig a little bit more. Well, the wording there, tighter body. Oh yeah, I just gotta get that tight body, you know. But yeah.
People, to comment in on people's looks. I mean, like, no one can do anything about it.
Yeah,
like, this is how I look. Get over it.
Yeah, that one there. I get really fucked by your face and expression.
I'm like, is this a compliment or like?
No, that's not a compliment. That's mean.
I get really fucked by your facial expression.
So, you know, you've got those like kind of comments directed towards your looks. And I don't know if female YouTubers are more prone to getting that than male YouTubers. I haven't really looked into it. I'll ask the guys tomorrow. But then you also get into the personality ones. So these are some that I got. She is so annoying. Personality equals junk. You know.
I had one about like my personality. I don't think I've included it because it was like months ago, right? And it was kind of at the beginning when we were starting to grow, and I was like, I may be quite upset, but I was like, I'm gonna write back to this guy, and he said like, oh my god, this white girl is so annoying, and so I commented back and said, spoiler alert, I'm in every video, so I wouldn't bother watching any of the others.
I love that. Sometimes you've got to give it back. And sometimes for me, the most gratifying thing, when someone says she is annoying, they're obviously framing it in a way that they don't think that I'm going to see it. Like if they actually thought that I was going to see it, they would say, you are so annoying. So for me, the best thing to do with those messages is to say, like, you know what, thanks.
Yeah, I know it's a lot.
Giving me that.
A lot of people refer in like third person, like, oh, what is she doing? And it's like, yeah, like it's my YouTube. I'm gonna look at these comments, obviously.
There's some people in the comments here being like, oh, it's too bad that you're not showing the names. What would people do if we actually showed the name? We were actually having a conversation before, like, do we blur out the names? Do we keep the names? Like if we left the names in, I don't know what yeah.
What would happen? Well, yeah, I did consider it, but I mean, some of these people are probably my subscribers.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to, just don't unsubscribe. Anything, just don't unsubscribe.
Yeah, just leave better messages. So this one was one of mine. So this one I was saying was on my Tianjin video. I don't know why. I was like, so they said, what's up with her weird hair? What a kook.
Some people in the comments here are saying, what is a kook? Can you let us know, in your opinion, what is a kook?
A kook is like someone who's like a little bit weird, a little bit crazy, like they're like kooky, like kind of I don't know how to explain it. Do you have a better explanation? I know it's like I know what it is, but I don't know how to explain further.
Someone has actually no, we have
eccentric person, yeah.
Yeah, just Googled. Sven, the dog guy, has just Googled kook, a crazy or eccentric person. So thank you so much for that, Sven. But
so they're like a little bit weird.
You're not the only one getting comments about your hair. These are some that I've received about related to being blonde. And I know that my channel name is Blondie in China, but you know, the expectation that blondes are meant to be like pretty and stupid, and you know that blondes are basic. Like I guess that these are. I'm happy. You know, it's fine. Everyone gets their stereotypes. I'm happy to like hopefully prove people wrong in mine. But like
that second one.
Pretty good speed coming from. Believe it or not, us blondes, sometimes we have more than 5 brain cells.
I know, right? I mean, like, I don't feel like the way we come across in our videos is a typical, I guess, stereotypical blonde, because we actually, but so to say that, I mean, to call you a dumb blonde is pretty harsh, considering you definitely don't act like a dumb blonde.
Well, I definitely in private have my my blonde moments. But I think everyone does. Everyone says some like stupid things sometimes that they're like, oh, that was pretty stupid. But you know, no one is perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. So, you know, maybe I deserve some of those comments. I don't know.
Basic bitch. Ouch. Oh, this one made me laugh. Okay, so this one I had to Google. Okay, so the guy said, this girl lack oratory skills, work on it. Right?
Work on it.
Work on it. And also, like, grammar in messages is so stressful. Okay, so I thought, what does oratory mean? So I had to Google it. And oratory means a small chapel, especially for private worship, or a society of priests without vows. And I thought, that doesn't sound right. So he obviously means something different. So I Googled orality. I know how to say it in American, but not in English. I listened to orality because I listened to the thing and it was American. And that means the quality being spoken or verbally communicated, which is obviously what he means, which is so ironic because he's judging me on the way I speak, but yet he can't write a comment properly.
If you use a fancy word, like make sure you're using it right. Like seriously.
Right. You've spelled the word wrong. You're commenting on the way I speak. You can't write properly. You are not using grammar. I mean, come on. Work on it. Work on it.
Work on it. But also, again, rest assured, Nico, you're not the only one getting comments on your ability to speak. This lovely lady or man here has said to me, she always looks and sounds like she's holding a mouthful of marbles, which I actually, on one hand, I'm like, oh, okay. And then on the other hand, I'm like, I appreciate the time that this person has put into coming up with a unique insult. You know, he's not just saying learn to speak. He's actually thought about a metaphor. And I appreciate the time and effort that may or may not have gone into that comment. So
marble girl, as Alex referred to you as. I feel like that could be your new superhero power, and you throw marbles at keyboard warriors like
yeah. Oh my gosh. Maybe in my next lifetime, marble girl. Oh, but this is actually a nice one that I got. So, you know, some people think my mouth is full of marbles, and some people think my voice is really attractive. So you know, you'll never
win some, you lose some. Yeah. That is nice. A lot of people, well, some people think my voice is attractive, but or watch my videos to learn English. I usually speak better than I am tonight because I'm really excited, obviously. So I'm talking quite fast.
I had a couple of glasses of wine before this, so
yeah,
the marbles are flowing, guys. The marbles everywhere.
I got my beer on the go. Yeah, exactly. I get really excited, and then I get like more Geordie, and then you're not gonna be able to understand me by the end of it. But yeah, these are for mine, and these three were mine, and I thought that they linked. So I put them on the same page, and it's about where I should be in life. So one of them says, "We don't want you back in the UK. Try the rocket taking off in a few days." Ouch. Well, didn't the rocket take off from America? Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously they don't want me back in the UK. So I know that this woman, Shirley, I do know her name. I am going to mention it. Shirley doesn't want me back in the UK. And obviously she speaks for everyone that lives in the UK. So they don't want me back in the UK. The one at the bottom says, "You're not welcome to live in China. Go back to small Britain." So now apparently I'm not welcome in China, and I'm not welcome in the UK. So where am I going to go? Yeah. But the one in the middle is my favorite one, because again, with the grammar, "You're English, comma, so am I, ... for space got to say, space, comma, when you do go to China, don't come back to the UK. You're a disgrace." Mate, your writing is a disgrace. Your grammar is a disgrace. Look at that. You are not English. I'm sorry. But if you are, you should be ashamed of yourself, because that is a terrible sentence.
Yeah, the grammar going on in this sentence is
you are.
That is, I cannot deal with that. People these days.
Yeah.
How dare they not use you? YOU''RE. This is a fun comment that I got. If you move to Beijing, maybe you'll be neighbors with Nico. Lol.
Yeah.
Let's be neighbors. That's not really a mean comment, but I thought it was a fun comment to include.
That's a fun comment.
This is the cherry on the cake. Everyone, if you haven't been paying attention, this is where you need to tune in. I can't even. Okay.
Okay. So this is my wonderful husband, and we did a video last week because we just hit 20K. Yay. So I didn't I mean, it's not 100, but you know, we're getting there. And we decided to do a Q&A together because
huge.
Did I go funny?
Sorry, there was a bit of a lag.
Yeah.
Am
I back? Am I back?
You're back.
Okay.
You're back.
So we decided to do a Q&A together because we did for 10,000, and it's nicer to talk to someone. We have a laugh. We enjoy each other's company. So anyway, we took this photo, and this guy said,
"Good Lord.
You guys make awesome video, but the thumbnail is just way too cheesy for some audiences. Great. Could have left it there. I appreciate a bit of constructive criticism. Yeah, it is a cheesy thumbnail. I get it. But we did that on purpose. You know, we were excited." But then he goes on to say, "There is a silver lining, though. The hubby didn't look gay. Even if he had to pose like he is gagging on an invisible cucumber. He looked like some guy who is not into social media, but found a girl that can't put her phone down.
Oh my God.
But it's just a non-Chinese perception of things. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, he could have left it at the first sentence, but the fact that he said that about the invisible cucumber is so joke. And also, I don't appreciate the judgment, like that I can't put my phone down. You don't know me. Actually, didn't make him pose like that. He decided to do that on his own. I didn't put the cucumber in his mouth.
I'm dying. It's too hilarious. Well, again, your hubby / man in your life is not the only one to have come under the scrutiny of the YouTube comments. So I made a video a couple of months ago of introducing everyone to my German boyfriend, and I got a lot of comments the same. These are only 5. I got so many. So I introduced my boyfriend, and everyone's like, "What? How come you don't have a Chinese boyfriend?" And I'm like, "You love who you love." Like, I fell in love with this man because of his personality, like because of who he is on the inside, like who I date. Like, I just was like disappointed.
It's hard.
Disappointed.
Yeah,
that I have a Chinese boyfriend. Like, how about who you date? How about I come into your life and say, "Oh, you're not dating a white girl? Like, what's with that? You watch like..." Anyway.
Shall we have a pause and shall we like have a look at some of the comments that people have been leaving? Because I have been trying to keep up, and they have been pretty funny as well. Like, seeing how people have been reacting to this. Are you enjoying this so far? I mean, I am.
I'm really enjoying this.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, the invisible cucumber. Look, people seem to be enjoying that.
The invisible cucumber is the best.
Oh dear, that is funny. I mean, to be fair though, like I know some of them are mean, but like there has been worse. But these are pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I am having so much fun. It's good to like take the power back over these comments, and you know, in preparing for this live stream, it involved me going through a lot of my spam folder, a lot of the comments that are automatically just dictated to be, "Don't read those comments." And I went through them, and afterwards I was feeling so upset. I was like, oh my, it's like, you know, it's only 1% of all the comments that come in. Overwhelming majority is positive. But when you read them all in one go, it's like, oh. But now, like, talking about them and sharing them, I feel like, you know what?
Yeah, and I think the important thing is, right, like it's difficult because we are putting ourselves out there, and so obviously we're going to get judged. You know, we're in like the social media world, like that is part of it. And what is hard is the fact that you don't dwell on all of these amazing comments. It's that one comment that is just like super mean, and you just think about it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to get it out of your mind. And I think doing this, the longer that you do this for, the more now that the less I care now. And I think at the beginning you were you're like, oh my God, all these people are judging me, and I care a lot about it. And it really kind of, you know, it really got to me. But now I just kind of think, I feel bad for these people that leave these horrible comments, because I think, well, I've got better things to do, but you clearly haven't.
Yeah, and like to pick on someone for something like their appearance or the way they talk or the color of their hair, or come to think of that, the color of someone's skin, someone's ethnicity, someone's race. I think in times like this, it's important as ever to just love your fellow human. Why reach out and spread a message of hate when you can reach out and spread a message of love? And so I just want to take this opportunity right now just to send my prayers and thoughts to everyone out there in the world that is just feeling down or like an outsider or an other. Like, we just need to love our fellow humans and just do better.
I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I don't understand why people just want to spread hate so much. It's like, if you don't like my content, don't watch it. Just there's no need to like constantly be putting horrible things on it. Like, move on, like do something else. Like, because people actively seek out Chinese content to comment on it, horrible things. And I'm like, I just don't understand. Like, if I hated something, if I hated something that much, like I really, really hated something, I actually don't know what I hate that much, right?
I don't know.
I say I don't like mustard, right? I wouldn't like actively seek out a video about mustard to be like, hate mustard. Mustard's so shit. No one should eat mustard ever. Oh, mustard's disgusting. Why would I do that? Like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Bizarre.
So, yeah.
I don't understand.
Like, I respect everyone's right to say what they think and post what they want. Of course, that, you know, you're allowed to say what you want. But at the same time, just think about what those messages might do to people who receive them. I have a message here from Tiffany Lee saying, what are some of your favorite Chinese dramas? I'd like to answer this question by telling you that tomorrow my video is all about this. I'll actually have a complete list in my description of the video coming out tomorrow of my favorite dramas favorite Chinese TV dramas that I'm using to study Chinese. So if you guys are studying Chinese at the moment, or you just want some TV show recommendations, or if you just want to come along and see like how I'm learning Chinese in general, go for it. It's coming out tomorrow.
That's a great way to learn a language.
Yeah. Oh, this is a funny comment here. Oh wait, whoops. Oh my god, it's slow. Nico, this is my computer.
I know.
So this is the comment.
I'm sorry. I really hate mustard. Sorry. If you find any comments on mustard videos, it's me, obviously. I just really hate it. But that's like all I hate. It's not like.
Yeah. And a very true comment we've received here. Freedom means people are free to be complete idiots, which I guess is true. So I guess getting hate comments is part of the territory being a YouTuber. So we just have to find ways to be more resilient to them and to not let them get to us. Well,
actually, something that you touched on as well just then, I think people forget that like somebody reads them.
Yeah.
Like that there is somebody that is behind it. And just because you're behind a screen, someone else is behind a screen, it doesn't mean that they don't exist. So if you wouldn't say it to someone's face, then don't type it to someone on the internet, I think.
Yeah. True. So shall we get back to our little
yeah.
They got some funny ones coming up, guys. You don't want to miss these.
Okay, so we just finished with insulting your boyfriend a lot. That one about the sex one was hilarious.
This is where it gets good, guys.
This is probably my favorite because, like you said earlier, I really like the kind of originality in this one. So this is about my shared video, which says, "So fake, go get drunk and sleep on kebabs." I mean, where did that even come from?
Oh my goodness.
Sleep on kebabs?
Sleep on kebabs. You got to admire the creativity behind these comments.
I mean, I really enjoyed that one because I'm like, I'm so confused by it. Like, sleep on kebabs? What? Who normally sleeps on kebabs? So what? Who are you insulting? Me? Or
I have
what?
no idea. Maybe there's fetish stuff going on his side that we'll never know about.
I mean, I do like a kebab. I
love a good kebab. This is what we came to see, guys. This is the best comment of the evening.
this is the best comment. So this was on the thumbnail, right? So yeah, if you didn't already guess, this was aimed at me.
I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what they're referring to in this. Are they referring to Sirius Black? Are they referring to the Dudleys? Are they referring to accidentally the aunt? What are they talking about?
Right. So I was confused because obviously it says, "Oh my God, are you the actress that plays Harry Potter's uncle?" So this is Harry Potter's uncle. And so I assumed maybe you mean his aunt. I mean, do I look like either of them? Like, who do I look like?
You definitely don't.
Put your vote in the comments. Aunt or uncle?
Yeah, let's actually hear those comments. I want to see what people think look more like. Do you look like the aunt, the uncle, or neither?
Oh dear. I mean that just made me laugh. I was like, what a bizarre comment. That is great. Put that one definitely in. I think it was like on my China story as well. So I was like, oh yeah, here's my China story. Oh, I look like Harry Potter's uncle. Sure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put this back on. So most people are saying that you don't look like either.
Oh, thanks. Oh, low-key aunt.
Oh dear. This is a comment, this kind of variety of comment I get a lot on my channel, which is really sad, but it also shows me that my content is getting to the right audience, because the main reason I do what I do is to show people that there is a human side behind the stuff that you see about China on the news. And I'm almost 100% sure that the person that wrote this comment has never even been to China. And probably the thing that irks me most, more than anything else in this world, is people judging without knowing for themselves the actual situation. So before you go and leave a comment like this about China or anywhere else, or you express any kind of hate towards a different race, educate yourself. Go and read a book about what is actually happening in that country. Go and listen to a podcast. Go listen to some YouTube, or go watch some YouTube videos, and then go and comment. If that's actually how you feel, I will respect that. If you had gone to China and written that, I would respect that. But like,
yeah,
it's not a bad thing to love China and to like to be there. It's a nice place to be, I think.
I completely agree. Like, I feel like all the comments that I get, like this comment, because I get loads of them too, and I didn't put any of them in because I just thought I had funnier comments. Like I had more hilarious ones, so I was like, didn't want to put any in. But I completely agree, and that I just know that these people have never even been to China, and half the time they're like, I would never go to China, and I'm like, well, if you would never go, then how can you comment? Like, how do you know? And I personally think that if you can't judge a place until you go, and it's, you know, there's so many countries in the world that get a bad rep for whatever reason. When I went to South America, everybody was like, oh my god, don't go to South America, it's dangerous, like you'll get all of your stuff stolen and blah blah blah.
Nico, you're cutting out a little bit, your Wi-Fi. Let me just hear if you're back. It's just cut out a little bit.
Oh, that's annoying because I didn't.
Oh, now you're back. You're back now a little bit.
Is that okay?
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's better now. Yeah, it was for a few seconds, but yeah.
So sorry. So I was saying, like, you can never judge a country until you've actually been to that country, because what I've learned recently is that, like, the media doesn't always spread the truth, and you hear that thing, and so you judge a place before you've been. And it's not just China. Like, when we went to South America, I had friends and family like, oh, it's so dangerous, you'll get all your stuff stolen and blah blah blah. And I mean, like, yeah, those things did happen, but it didn't make it any, like, it still was amazing, and it didn't make it a bad place to be, because I went there and I experienced it for myself, and I think that's the only way you can judge. And these people, they haven't been, so, like, how can you hate something that you've never even had any experience with? I just don't understand.
I don't understand it either, but I think the best thing we can do about it as YouTube channels is just to keep showing that unbiased view. The side of China, I guess both of us, we're not very political channels. We don't go into those political topics because it's for me, it's just not my area of expertise. And I think, like, China is what it is behind the politics is completely separate to the image that is shown in the West and to on the news. But yeah,
I'm the same. Like, I mean, I would hate to get judged so drastically on my government. Like, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with my government, and so you shouldn't judge the whole of the UK on it. And I normally, don't talk about politics because it's not my interest. I just try and show what life is like, and people still think it's fake, and I just think I just feel bad for them because they're missing out. Like, China's pretty great. Like, bye. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Well, anyway, people will make up their own opinions, whatever they are, but hopefully, you know, this live stream can help promote a little bit of love. And on that note, on to our last comment, which is not mean, but it's in fact very, very lovely. This was for your channel, Nico.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it really kind of is a nice way to end our segment on mean comments.
Yeah. This I got this one, which I felt like was very apt for it. Was haters will hate, lovers will love, those with curiosity will come and see. And I think, yeah, it works. That kind of sums it all up, really. That's exactly what we were saying about it, you know. That's how it should be, you know. You can't hate until you've experienced anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the end of our mean comments. I hope that everyone enjoyed it. Are there any more questions that we can ask before we end our live stream? Any more questions we can answer before we end our live stream?
Yeah, that was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There was some corkers there, and I'm sure we will have a few more at some point. Great ones.
For sure. We should do like a female YouTuber, a female China YouTuber, or just in general, female YouTuber live stream would be super fun, and just get people's perspectives on, you know, everything.
Yeah, we've got to represent for the girls, because there's very few and far between girl.
Yeah, especially in the China YouTuber community. There are more and more. And we got to do our best to support each other and encourage each other to make content. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed all those funny comments, because I certainly did, and I had such a laugh making that PPT.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I really, really enjoyed going through those comments.
Certainly made me giggle, and the beer helped as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, like with regards to the comments, though, I feel like most of the people listening today are our supporters, and thank you. And please don't stop leaving us comments, because I do actually love reading the comments, and I really try and reply to as many as I possibly can. But yeah, if you are thinking about leaving a mean comment to anybody, just think about, like, they have to read it, and also, like, imagine if you were like their parent, or like, because my dad's read some of my comments and he was like, I'm gonna say something back, and I'm like, Dad, just chill out, it's fine, like, don't worry about it. And it yeah, you know, it's kind of doesn't just affect that one person, it affects kind of everyone. So I think it's just something to kind of bear in mind.
100%. Very well said. My dad's the same. He sometimes goes through my comments, and he'll be like, can I reply? Can I say something? And I'm like, no, Dad, there's no point. It's all good. It's the territory, I guess. You're never gonna please everyone. And I think, you know, also being a China YouTuber doesn't really help the getting mean comment situation. I guess it's something we'll always have to deal with.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. It comes with the territory. Although, like, I feel like obviously it's got a lot worse recently. But it's maybe I've just realized it. Maybe there's just more hate in the world right now, and
I don't know. It could be a bit of both. It's crazy times we're living in right now.
I know. All we can do is just keep spreading positivity and hope that people.
We're getting a lot of comments about inviting Miriam. I am totally up for it. Miriam,
I love Miriam
on this panel right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get Miriam for sure, because I love Miriam. Miriam's an absolute sweetheart. So I am definitely excited. I love watching her videos as well, because it's such a cute little.
Did you see the video about toilets? It's my favorite video I've watched this week. It was so much fun.
It was great. Although I'm so jealous, because like I actually quite like a squat, but I can't squat right now because my knee.
Oh yeah. Oh damn!
It's really hard for me right now.
Awkward. How do you? Is it too personal for me to ask? Like, how do you fare in public toilets right now? Are you?
That's difficult. I mean, it's difficult. It's got easier because originally we had to, like, I couldn't, when I was on crutches, we were like, well, we can't go anywhere in the hutongs. But I mean, luckily a lot of kind of cafes and bars like have Western toilets. So I've not had that bad. And at work, luckily there is a Western toilet. So I've managed.
Oh, good. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. And hopefully your knee gets better soon so you can drop a mean squat.
Yeah.
Well,
drop squat.
Drop a mean squat. I squat for comfort, just in general. I'm not talking about toilets here, but just doing some Chinese study.
Lots of people do.
It's so comfortable. I find it such a comfortable pose.
Yeah, here they're just like on the street. Everybody just chills, just squatting.
I love it.
I mean, it's great for stretching. Like, I can't believe how much more flexible I've become since moving to China. Well, obviously not now, but I was.
I love that in China you can just drop into a squat on the street and no one will care. Like, often I'm waiting for my mum at the supermarket and I'm outside and I just really love to get down in a squat right now, but it's just not very like a thing you see very often. It's like a girl squatting in the street.
Yeah, because like sometimes there's not a seat around, so like a squat's great.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan. And this is probably the longest conversation I've had about squatting. No, but love it. Love it.
On that note,
how about we say fare thee well? How are you feeling about that? Ready to get on with the evening?
That was very fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much to everyone who watched, who came along. Oh, we've actually just received a super chat from, thank you so much, Daniel, for watching.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
We are the best.
No, you're the best. I completely agree. I think it was actually seeing it in that context all together and just swapping these weird hate comments. It became funny. And I think we should do it again sometime.
Yeah, and also like it makes you realize you're not the only one who gets comments, and it's kind of like, I mean, some are, like I said, some are very imaginative, and you know, you gotta hand it to them. Sleep on a kebab.
Yep. Yeah, sleep on a kebab. So I hope the dreams that you have tonight are very lovely dreams.
Kebab filled.
Kebabs, and mine will be of marbles. Marble girl flying through the atmosphere.
Is anybody an illustrator? I feel like you need to draw Amy as Marble Girl. That would be brilliant.
Gosh. If anyone draws me a Marble Girl, me as Marble Girl, I will promote the shit out of that. Can I say shit? I'm sorry. I will promote that on my Instagram so hard. I will post it absolutely everywhere. I will tag you. I will @ you. I will follow you. So I would love a personal illustration of me as Marble Girl. So
Marble Girl. Yeah.
Please.
It would be brilliant. I'm not gonna lie.
And also at the same time, I would love to see an illustration of Nico sleeping on a bed of kebabs.
I thought you were gonna say, I'd love to see an illustration of Nico as Harry Potter's uncle.
Or you and the invisible cucumber.
Okay, well, maybe let's maybe not do that one. That could
into a weird category of pictures.
That might be thought about for something else. Innuendo and all that.
Okay. Well, yeah, there we go. The stream has taken twists and turns I didn't expect it to. But yes, thank you to everyone who came along and watched today. It means so much to see you here and to commenting nice things and supporting us and having a laugh with us this evening or morning, wherever you're watching from. Any closing statements from you, Nico?
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, wait. Your Wi-Fi's gone bad again, so I'm just going to chat a little more until it gets better. While Nico's Wi-Fi just improves a little bit, I want to tell everyone, please look at the link below to follow Nico and her channel, and you can follow both of us on Instagram. That would be cool to see you there as well. Nico, can you say something to see if your Wi-Fi is back?
Yeah, can you hear me, or is it gonna? Okay. Yeah. I just want to say thanks everybody for joining, and I really, it's been really fun, and I hope you enjoyed the laughs that we've had, because I had a lot of laughs today. And yeah, if you don't already subscribe to both of our channels, which I'm sure you already do, but go and do it now. We make awesome content, and hopefully we will make some content together in the future. Who knows when?
Inevitable. It will happen. You just have to wait for me. Don't leave Beijing just yet. Wait at least another wait 2 years so that we can have a good full year to live together as neighbors.
No pressure. No, yeah, I'm sure we will. We will still be in Beijing for a while, so hopefully we will get to do lots of fun content together.
Awesome. So what's on for the rest of your evening? What have you got planned?
Well, it's like 9:20, so probably just drink this beer and maybe do some leg bending.
Oh yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah, that's how I spend my evenings, just bending my leg.
Right. It sounds riveting. Yeah, myself, it's almost 11:30 here, so I'll probably plop myself right into bed.
It's time for you to go to bed on your kebab.
It's time for me to sleep on that soft bed of kebabs. Can't wait. Okay, well, on that note, I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and looking forward to our next one.
Had a great time. Thanks a lot. Bye, guys.